Hello viewers! Welcome back to our channel Walking Thoughts Nebraska. For our last video from our adventure here in Texas and New Mexico, we'll be sharing with you our adventure here at the White Sands National Park. White Sands National Park is located here in New Mexico and covers about 145,000 acres. And it's a field of white sand dunes. This is the first hike that we are going to do. It's one of their shortest hikes. We went a little bit, not so early in the morning, but around 8 or 9, between 8 and 9. And just from our experience, I want to share with you that if you're not really ready for hiking in heat, because of the sand, it's a direct heat, you need to be hydrated and ready for the long hike. So about approximately 12,000 years ago, the land within Tularosa Basin, where this park is, there were large lakes, streams, grasslands, and ice age mammals. And then, of course, as the climate warmed, rain and snow and the snow melt dissolved gypsum from the surrounding mountains and carried it into the basin. So there are selenite crystals, and this is basically what it is made of. There are going to be information board like that when you hike around here. Prior to going into this, we did check in with their office just to make sure, and they did tell us that if it's if it's past 10 o'clock or in the morning or a little bit later, you want to be sure that you're already back where you want to be, because it's going to be really hot, especially it's the summer. And then sand and sun, it's going to really be too hot if you're not ready. So please, there are no shelters here, no shade. It's the desert, and then it's white sand. So White Sands National Park was originally designated as White Sands National Monument in 1933, and then in 1941 it's been completely surrounded by military installation of White Sands Missile Range and Holloman Air Force. So in 2019 it was redesignated as National Park by Congress and then signed into law by the President. As you hike around, you're going to see markers like that blue over there. Those are that's one of the markers, not those. That's one of the markers. You want to follow those markers because they did warn you that it will take them time to be able to reach you if they have to rescue you. So for your own safety, please stay within the trail and then look for those markers. Always follow the markers. Historically, potentially the oldest known human footprints in North America were found here at White Sands by researchers who identified approximately 60 fossilized footprints. The present consensus for human arrivals into North America is placed about 30 to 16,000 years ago. Those were the estimates, and they were questioned, but then usually they try the fossilized prints that they see, so it will help them with researchers. Then the Paleo Indians inhabited the shoreline of the Lake Otero, a large lake that covered much of the Tularosa Basin. Okay, we're headed back from this hike. Like I've shared before, we usually choose the shorter hikes, and it helps us be able to explore the place and not go longer ones since we're not ready for that. But then this is that one, that's the trail name, okay, the nature trail. And then we got into our cars because we drove a little bit farther from that trail, because here in White Sands you could do white sand sledding. From their store you could not rent but buy their sled, and then be able to go in one of the sand dunes and then sled down. The arcade people were thought to be next after the Paleo Indians here, and then the Giordano-Mongolan people. This group of people, they made pottery, live in permanent houses, and farmed at the Tularosa Basin. So look around you, it's white sand all over. There are some paved roads, and this is a paved road. However, because of the sand going, the wind blowing, it's covered by sand, so you want to be careful when driving. You could feel it on your tires that you are driving on the sand, so just follow the speed limit. Then you have the Apache groups, then Euro-Americans, while, a Spanish colony was established around Santa Fe, New Mexico. So also Santa Fe, New Mexico. Then, of course, this is part of that New Mexico area. So this is colonized by that too. It is, they started creating pueblos around it, and people started not discovering, but going more into white sands. We saw our first parking spot where there is the sand dunes, so we're going to go there and enjoy a little bit of time sledding. As always, thank you for joining us. Here is the sand dunes where we're going to sled. Please hit the subscribe button, like button, and notification bell as well. That way, whenever we have a new video, you'll be updated. We'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for joining us.